Really proud of our guys. It was 2020 in a nutshell. We get to the stadium, we're getting ready to go into warm-ups, and you find out there's a possibility of a lightning delay. There's talk that it might be an hour long. So again, it takes your routine, it takes your best laid plans, like everything this year, and it kind of skews them. We ended up getting the green light that we could kick off on time, but we had to completely change our warm-up routine. Everything was different for the guys, and like they've done with everything this year, they've handled all of just the adversity of just the lack of routine and structure, and they handled it so well. To get the ball, we were a little bit weird in pregame warm-ups. You could see some of the guys just not in their routine. But then that ball gets snapped. We focus. Great first drive. Really take control in the first quarter of the game. So like I say every week, I'm just in awe of our guys and their ability to adjust with all the things that get thrown at them in this calendar year. And they were worthy victors tonight.
Good morning. The last part of that statement says it all. Worthy victors last night. CANES 52-10 dominating win against FSU. 4th win in a row in the series. My take on it is as follows. Like Manny said, a first half like that, you could not have a more dominating first half like it was last night. It was like everything that could go right did go right. The only other time I can remember having one team dominate or another in the series was really two. 97 when they blew us out 47-0, and 2001 where we always struggled for a half but won 49-27 going away. But when you talk about a dominating performance last night, this is what it was, folks. 517 yards total offense to 330 for FSU, but most of that was really in garbage time. We only punted once last night, and that wasn't Lou that punted last night. I looked at a couple of things here. I see the penalty. We had 6 penalties by penalty last night. Yeah, but I do want to cut down on those stupid penalties. But you know what? When we were committing the penalties, we said, you know what? It's just more yards to work with. Just more yards to work with. When you talk about the first 6 drives, I think somebody was saying the first 6 drives, all 6 drives in the first half. First drive, touchdown. Second drive, touchdown. Third drive, touchdown. We fumble on Pope's fumble there. That shouldn't have happened really, but then how do we get it? Touchdown. Field goal to end the half. Our second half drives. Just to put it in perspective, they get the touchdown. We lose a fumble. We lost 2 fumbles last night. That was a little concerning for me. But other than that, the chain came out twice last night. 3 times last night. 3 times last night the chain came out. It was just an incredible domination in every facet of the game. Every facet. You could not be as dominant as we were last night. Though like I said, we got to cut some things out. Now we get a week off, go to Clemson. But I do like the fact that we were dominating in all 3 phases, but we do have to clean some things up because against Clemson, those type of mistakes will tend to hurt you. But anyway, let's get to the report card. Offense, an A. Plus in every sense of the word. No, not a plus, because we did have a fumble there by Knighton from the Rooster. But other than that, A overall. Line was great. The offense was clicking on all 8 cylinders last night. You name it. Everything worked last night. Defense, A plus. 3 picks last night. The chain comes out 3 times in this ball game. You could not ask for a more dominating performance on defense last night the way we did. We were going after the quarterbacks. We were swarming FSU all night last night. Like everything that could go right did go right last night. And we sacked FSU's quarterback 6 times last night, while they didn't sack our quarterback once. Great job by the O-line there, but defense was just dominating. Special teams, I'm going to give that a B. And the reason I do that is because the fumble by Mark Pope on the punt return. You gotta hang on to those in those situations. But other than that, I mean, special teams was really, to be honest, nothing to write home about per se. But yeah, I do want to see that cleaned up, especially if if it gets into a close game like I think it will against Clemson. Now we're going to give out the game balls. My first game ball goes to Derek King. 29 of 40, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks, and adds another 8 rushing attempts for 66 yards. This is the leader of our offense, ladies and gentlemen. The King is the leader. Period. Second game ball I'm going to give to the entire defense. 6 sacks, 3 picks, total domination in every sense of the word. And I got to give I'm only going to give 2 game ball. Actually, I'm going to give 1 more game ball. Like I said, along the lines of the defense. I'm going to give my 3rd game ball to Jade Silvera. 1 sack, 3 total. But I want to give an extra game ball to one that doesn't get it as much, and that's Jafari Harvey. Yeah, he only had 1 tackle, but he had 4 quarterback hurries last night. I mean, that's a big deal right there. I mean, what can you say about that? It's total domination. So that's how I see it. We're 3-0. We got a bye week next week, and then 2 weeks we find out who we really are when we go up to Clemson to take on the team that has been at the top of the mountain the last couple of years. They're the measuring stick, but I'll talk about them on my next podcast. So, great win. Enjoy the 24-hour rule. Celebrate this tonight, but come tomorrow, it's back to work, and the focus turns to Clemson. Great to be a Hurricane today. Let's enjoy this. But like I said, tomorrow, but come Monday, ready for Clemson. Go Canes.